Cut your toenails! Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Benton.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we are West Coast Elements. So these are 10 things that we think every hiker should have before going out on their first trail.
Hiking is as much of a mental sport as it is a physical one.
You have to go into every hike with a good mindset and a positive attitude. Hiking is a great way to get past things that you're frustrated about, but in terms of the actual hike and what you're doing, it's not good to have any negativity towards that, because if so, it's too easy to quit.
You're stronger than you think when you have a good mindset.
You got your leg muscles, but then you also got your brain muscles. Number 2 is compression. We talked a little bit about having a good attitude and a positive mindset, but it's useful to do favors for yourself to make that mindset easier to have.
Benton and I have a joke that we say 90% of hiking is compression, and that is just by seeing how much stuff we can fit in our backpacks by actually rolling it up and folding it to its its absolute minimum surface area.
The area it takes up, yes. But doing things like that really increase your attitude and your ability to have a good time on the trail when your pack is light. But even if you're compressing things in your pack, if you pack them wrong and you've got the weight distributed all funky,
if the weight's not on your hips, you're gonna have a bad time.
Bad time. Cotton kills.
Cotton kills. That's why in every video I wear the same shirt, because it's the only synthetic shirt I own.
Cotton though, when you sweat, when you get cold, that water and moisture is not gonna go away. So if for some reason the wind picks up or the temperature drops, you're gonna be stuck in a cold, wet t-shirt and it's not gonna be able to dry no matter what you do.
That's actually like the worst thing, is when you're sweating really hard going up a mountain, and then once you reach the peak it's really cold, and then you become freezing cold because your shirt is wet.
So get like one really special workout shirt that you have for your hikes, and that's all you need. So sometimes when I hike, it's about the time that I make, but other times it's purely just for enjoyment and being in nature and around my friends or whatever the situation is. And to really enjoy your surroundings and the people that are around you, it's important to pace yourself.
Because I only started hiking about a year or so ago, at first I found it really painful because I was with a group of people that would always go really fast. At that point it just seemed like a really intense workout. As Benton and I started hiking together, we began to slow down, and I began to find that if you're not taking it like it's a hardcore workout, it's way more enjoyable. Worrying about time can be awesome because that brings in the athleticism of hiking, but if you just want to go for a walk, that's nice. Walking uphill is actually really nice.
Nice, believe it or not. But once you go uphill, going downhill is so much fun.
Downhill is fun as long as your feet don't hurt, which brings us into our next point.
Shoes. Get the right shoes, damn it.
Shoes are so important. Oh my gosh. We did a trip to Garibaldi Lake and up to Black Tusk. I was wearing a pair of boots and I think I had them too loose, and just because the trip was really long, on the way down my toes were in so much pain because they were just being crushed into the front of my boots because I didn't have them tied properly. It is so important to have good shoes or you're gonna have a bad time.
These are all just like our bad experiences of things that have happened.
Yeah.
So we're letting you know so it doesn't happen to you.
Because blisters are the worst. Once you get a blister, day's ruined.
And the grip of your shoes, depending on where you're going, can be important too, because some shoes are just unsafe to wear doing certain trails on certain terrain. If you're going for a hike one day, the night before, you should be drinking at least 1 liter of water, and that's to delay any thirst or dehydration that might come for the next day.
If you drink the night before, you won't have to worry about being dehydrated in the morning, because if you drink in the morning and you're going on your hike right away, you're gonna have to pee right away, and no one wants to pee on the trail. I'm just gonna be honest.
We've noticed such a huge difference when we drink some water, stay hydrated the night before we do a hike. It's just easy to wake up and feel refreshed and get going for the day.
That probably means we should be drinking a lot of water all the time.
On the topic of water, usually I'll pack 2 liters or so, which is ideal to take on any hike. But if I know that there is a fresh glacier lake at the top or a river on the way that I can fill up at, I'll bring purification tablets or a water filtration method instead of carrying 2 liters for the entire day.
A little pill is way less weight than a huge water bottle.
I don't know about you, but every time that I've reached an exposed part of the trail that's either under direct sunlight or like with no trees around to block the wind, it's either so much colder than you thought or so much warmer than you thought.
When we did Alouette Mountain, we were like drenched in sweat. It was so hot hiking up the last like kilometer or so. And then the moment we sat down, I was like freezing cold. And even though you were like huffing so hard just a second ago and like wanting to strip all your clothes off, the minute you stop working, it's like freezing. So always bring a jacket or a puff. Like it's so light and it's a lifesaver.
Lindsay talked about it in one of our other videos, but there have been times that we've been hiking throughout the day and then the sun is setting earlier than we predicted and we for some reason didn't check, or we even...
That's not true. This is what happened. Dylan and I wanted to keep taking pictures at the top and Benton was like, we gotta go! And we were like, shut up! And then we ended up hiking down in the dark.
I brought 3 headlamps because I knew they wouldn't bring headlamps.
I have a headlamp now.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why we're making this video, so you can learn from our mistakes.
And the last point is poles. These are the best.
The best.
These will save your life. Benton and Carly have poles, and they use them once the hike gets hard. I use poles right off the bat. I use poles as soon as I get out of the car. I'm gonna use poles to turn the camera off. Every step you take with the pole is the best. They're really helpful with transferring the weight with each step you take, so it's not always right on your feet every single time. You can take a lot of the weight off by using your arms and pulling yourself up with your poles if your legs get tired. I just find that they allow me to go way faster and way smoother. I feel more confident. Even when I slip, I just know that there's something there that can catch me.
Some people are super anti-pole. That's because they haven't tried poles yet.
Honestly, if you think it's not cool to hike with poles, that's just, you're uncool.
You're uncool. Thank you so much for watching this video.
I hope that some of these tips can help you guys out because we definitely have made these mistakes in the past.
And if you have any hiking hacks or tips for first-time hikers, leave them down in the comments below.
We still have a few stickers to sell, so if you guys would like to pick one of those up, they're $4.99 and you can click the link in the description to grab one of those.
Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already with notifications. And we will see you next week. Bye!
Bye.
Lindsay,
Yes?
what are you doing?